Welcome to another episode of Jazzy J Man coming at you live. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about veterans, especially black veterans. Uh, I don't know, some of you may not know, but I was in the Army and the Navy, and I'm disabled. Now, I'm going to tell you what I'm disabled, why I'm disabled. It really ain't none of your fucking business, but I'm going to tell you anyway because it has to go along with the story that I'm getting ready to tell you about. I'm legally blind. I suffer from high blood pressure. I have foot fungus that I'm dealing with from wearing them military boots. I have bursitis in my left and right hip, uh, high blood pressure, uh, and I also suffer from PTSD and sleep apnea. I'm not complaining about it, but what I can't understand is when I have what I have on now and I'm out, people always saying thank you for your service. Or when I have this right here, this ID card, they say thank you for your service, when I'm in a checkout line. Mostly white people. Now, a lot of people don't want to admit this, but 50% of white people in this country are straight up racist. That's just a fact. These some of the same people that I was in the military with that gave me pretty hell and people like me pretty hell. But when they see me now, they'll say thank you for your service. I just wish the fuck they would stop saying that shit to me because they don't mean it. My dad was in the Vietnam War. His dad was in the Korean War. His dad was in a damn war. And ain't no telling who the hell we had in our family that was in the fucking Civil War. I don't know. Somebody need to make me understand why veterans would line up with Trump. I know it can't be a lot of black veterans lining up with him. Donald Trump hates veterans. He hates military people. They're dispendable, expendable or dispendable, however whatever you want to call it. I do not understand why these white veterans are voting for Trump. The only thing that I can figure is that they're racist just like him. I've seen people interview Trump supporters and ask them what policies of Trump did they like, and they couldn't name a fucking one. I've never seen no shit like this in my life. Never. This message is for all veterans. If you vote for Trump, he don't want you to have no Medicare, Medicaid. He don't want you to have no Social Security. He don't want you to have no military retirement. He don't want you to have any compensation for anything that happens to you while you are in the military after you get out. It's like, hey, you did your time, fuck you. How can you people justify voting for a man like this if you're not fucking just like him, of his ilk? You have to be like him. And then in black, people, military people that's voting for him. I just don't know what the fuck to say. I just don't know what to say. I really don't. I really don't. We had black people that fought in World War II. And matter of fact, let me back up. Let's go to the Civil War. We had black people on the Confederate side and fighting with the North. Why? Because they told us they was gonna give us our freedom. And we didn't get that shit right away. The Korean War, we had to deal with fucking Jim Crow. I mean, some serious fucking Jim Crow shit. We went to war, came back, they treated us like shit. The Vietnam War, we came back, they treated us like shit. It took an act of Congress to get us VA benefits, like for housing and shit like that. When the white soldiers and sailors was getting it, we couldn't get it. We had to fight for that shit. 60 years later now, 60 years later, we still fighting for our civil rights. That's fucking insane. What kind of fucking people are some of these white people? Why in the fuck do they hate us so bad? We ain't done nothing to them. Nothing. But exist. But yet you got these people running around here talking about how much they love God and love Jesus. Well, if it's Jesus they serve, the motherfucking Jesus that they serving, I don't know that motherfucker, and I don't want to know. Cause that's some bullshit. And you saying you voting for Trump policies, that's some bullshit too. But what you don't know, his policies and this Project 2025 is gonna hurt your ass more than it's gonna hurt us. And the reason being is we're used to this bullshit. We used to oppression. You getting ready to see what that shit is like. The United States and the European Union is the most racist fucking people on the goddamn planet. And that's a fucking fact. Everything you got, you took from some damn body. You don't own a damn thing. You took it. And then you fucking people running around here talking about immigrants, telling people to go back where they came from. Well, goddamn. If you motherfuckers leave, they won't no, they won't the only people that'll be left is the indigenous people and black people in this country. And the reason being is we are not immigrants and we've never been immigrants. If you're a descendant of chattel slavery and you got and you're white and your last name is a white sounding name, then you already know what the fucking deal is. I'd be glad when this motherfucking election is over. The whole country is on edge. If you ain't never seen the motherfucking devil and his minions, look no further than Cheeto Face, Cotton Candy Head, Fish Mouth, Donald Trump. Thank you for listening Oh, that's that bird calling me. I guess it's time to go. I'll play you a little music first. But thank you for listening to another episode of Jazzy J Man coming at you live. I'm just at my wits' end with this shit. You know, there's some other things I didn't tell you about how I ended up having PTSD. But let me give you the short version of it. 5 white boys from another ship jumped on me and almost beat me to death. For what? For being fucking black. That's for what? Yeah, that's what fucking happened to me. So I have to see a fucking therapist for that shit, along with all the other shit that's going on with me, the anxiety and everything. I look good on the outside, but I'm all fucked up on the inside. Peace.